Hey y'all, I'm Carissa and this is my Flosstube K-Threads and Stitches. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're coming back, thanks for returning. I have a lot to show you guys today. It's been a while since I've been back. Things have been kind of busy. I went on vacation for about 3.5 weeks to go home and visit family. So I did a lot of traveling from where I currently live, and I got to see my mom, my dad, all of my siblings, all of my nieces and nephews. So that was great. It was really nice to see everybody. And Lady's had some stuff going on, so she recently had to get a couple of procedures done. She has these bumps that are just from her getting older, so she's 12, and she's a Maltese Shih Tzu mix. She was licking them a whole lot, the ones that she could get to, and I came home one day and one of them was coming off, and it was bleeding really bad, so I took her to the vet, and they did a dental procedure, and then while they had her under for dental, they went ahead and removed a lot of the larger bumps and the ones that she could reach to mess with. So it's been about 2 weeks that she had that done, and she's doing good. She had to be taken back because she had 3 teeth pulled, and about 2 days after she had the procedure done, one of the stitches in her mouth came loose, so I had to take her back and get that restitched. So, but she did well, and the vet thinks that she has something called Cushing's disease, which I'd have to get her tested just to see if she actually has it, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that right away. So with that, other than that, it's really just working, and you know, I stitch in the time that I have time to do that. Most of the time I do a lot of my stitching on the weekends versus during the week, but sometimes I'll come home from work and do some stitching. So okay, so that's about all I have for a life update, but I'll go ahead and jump into fully finishes. I have a ton of FFOs. There's a few that I don't have with me. If you follow me on Instagram, there are 3 pieces that I made for my mom, and you can check those out on Instagram. One was a berry, another one was a Biscornu. Nicole Spohr was hosting a Biscornu stitch along, and I decided to try it out. And the Biscornus looked super intimidating until I got started and stitched those. So they were so much fun to make. I actually made 2 of them, but I gave one to my mom for Mother's Day. And another one was a pillow finish, which I don't think I brought the pattern in here with me, but check out my Instagram, or if you don't have Instagram, I also have a blog. I'll likely end up using that to link information, because there's limited space in YouTube's description box below videos, and most of the time I can't even fit all the information in there. So as I stitch things, I tend to post them on Instagram before I make videos, because often I take a long time to come back with videos. So most of the finishes I have today are already on my blog, so you can go back and look at what fabric I used if I know what it is, the flosses that I use, extra information for notions and stuff like that, like ribbons and buttons and just those types of things. So but okay, there's a couple of pieces I'm not sure if I showed last video, so if they're duplicates, I apologize. I think it's been probably about 6 months since I posted last, and I didn't go back and check the video to see what I did and didn't post. But I'm gonna get started with my first pillow finish. So this is by Emily Call Stitching, and oh, I forget what the name of this is. This is Words to Live By. So this comes with 3 different patterns, and in my last video I showed the other 2 that I did. One says have faith, the other one says pray always, and this one says love one another. And I decided to try doing a couple of different colors for this, and I used Color and Cotton in the colors Mesa and Toadstool for these. So here's a little bit of a close-up here. And then this lace right here is Lady Dot Creates. I don't know if I put this in here. I'm not sure what the color is. I didn't write that down. And then I have a little rose button and a bow here up at the front. And then this is my front fabric that I used in the front. And this is my back fabric. So I thought this was super cute. The colors match it really well. So all of these sit right behind me in this little barn thing here. So I just put that right in there. So but that's my first one. I do have that one on my blog with all the information on it. If you're curious about anything else, the fabric that I used on that was 28 count linen in the color Rocky Mountain by XJU Design. Okay, so the next one that I have, this is called I Am Brave by Emily Call Stitching. I don't remember if I showed this in my last video. I might have. I've actually started working on another one of these, and I hope to finish. I think she has like 3 or 4 that she's made now. But these are so cute. They're really simple and they don't take very long to stitch. For this piece here, I stitched this on 32 count linen in the color My Little Dove by XJU Design. And then the floss that I used was Color and Cotton in the colors, I used Color and Cotton and Classic Colorworks. So I used Portobello by Color and Cotton, which I think is this darker brown, and then I used Sunkissed by Classic Colorworks, which is the words. The words are in a different color. And I used the same lace from Lady Dot Creates. And again, I don't know what the color is. And then the backing fabric that I put on the back of the pillow here. I believe these fabrics from these 2 pillows I got from Primrose Cottage Stitches a while back. They were fat quarter bundles that I had purchased a while ago. So I tend to stitch my pieces and then I'll go through the fabric and pick something that I think matches it well. Okay, so my next one, and I'm looking down at my phone because I'm using my blog to kind of keep up. All the information's already there for a lot of these, so I can just read it off and it makes it so much easier. So I talked a little bit earlier about Nicole Spore's Stitch Along for Biscornus. I made 2 of them. The other one that I made I gave to my mom, and one that I made I kept for myself. These were so much fun to stitch, and I like putting the Biscornus together. Stitching them together is the best part to me. It's so much fun. But this is mine that I kept for me. Try to get my face out of here, maybe it'll focus. And I put little pins in here. So I stitched this on 32 count linen in the color Brown Gray by XJU Design. And I used Color and Cotton Marzipan, Bear Copper, Eggnog, Sand Dune, and Tusk for the colors on this. And then the yellow pins up here, these little flower pins, I purchased these from Decorative Sewing Pins on Etsy, and I have them linked in my blog, like the Etsy shop. They make a whole lot of really cute pins. I think I got this ladybug one from them too. Super cute. And the reason why I got the ladybug ones, because I bought a few different ones, and the Biscornu that I gave to my mom has pins in it too, and there's some pink flowers, I think, with a yellow flower and a ladybug. So my dog's name is Lady, and Lady loves my mom just as much as she loves me. So I put a ladybug in there for the ladybug because everybody calls her Ladybug, even though her name's Lady. So that's why I got that. But they came from the same place. And the sheep pin, I actually got that from Stony Creek years ago. And I never really understood the point of counting pins back when I first got back into cross stitching. Now I know what they're for, but I also just think they're super cute as decorations. So but yeah, I just used a simple plain white button in the middle on the top, and I put one on the bottom here. I didn't stitch anything on the bottom of these. I kept it simple to do the side. I think Nicole did the same thing, so I thought I'd try it. And I took some of this from the pattern itself. Oh, I guess I didn't tell you all the pattern, did I? This is from Triple Play Pillows, the Summer Basket by Hands On Design. So like the little cross looking portion is from the pattern, and then I tried to kind of freehand the back stitching piece. It's okay, but it just gives it a little extra on the corners there. And I decided to try and add beads. These are ones that I just had in my stash, so I just thought that maybe it would give it a little bit of character and some color, some extra color. But so that is my next one. Like I said, Biscornu was super fun to stitch. I'd love to do more in the future, but I haven't quite gotten far with doing more Biscornu so far. I could probably, if it'll show up on here, show you a couple. This is from my blog. I don't know if it's gonna focus real good. This is the one I did for my mom, so you can tell maybe that it's pink, it's green, and it's got a little bit of like a neutral brown color on it. And then I made her a little berry, and this is Moms by Erica Michaels. There's also like a sampler on there, which is super cute. And I thought about doing that this year, but I looked at it and I didn't think I'd be able to get it done in enough time. And the other Mother's Day finish that I did for my mom, and this is going to be really hard to see probably here, but I'll try to show it to you. This is a pattern called My Mother, My Friend by New York Dreamer. So that's what it looks like. Again, this is on my Instagram and on my blog if you are curious for further details on those finishes. Okay. So my next one is going to be, this is called When Flowers Blossom by Stitches Through the Years. So I actually saw this pattern probably a couple years ago, and I hadn't purchased it yet, and I don't know, I just thought about it one day and wanted to stitch it. It's super cute. It's an alphabet with a girl in the middle holding a basket. So this is my finish of it, and I'll show you a little bit up close here of the stitching itself. Let's see. So I stitched this on 32 count linen in the color beige gray by XJU Design. And the colors that I used are Classic Colorworks Wagon Wheel, Toasted Marshmallow, Cherry Cobbler, Tea and Biscuits, and Weeks Dye Works Palomino, Parchment, Beige, Deep Sea, and Putty. I had the ribbons in my stash. I had the white sunflower in my stash already, and then I took some greenery that I had in my stash and just cut branches off of it and put it up underneath. And then this piece here I got from Hobby Lobby. Don't mind the back of this, but this is what it looks like. It's got a metal thing here. I tried to link it on my blog, but I couldn't find it on Hobby Lobby's website, so I don't know if they sell it anymore. Maybe they have them in the stores and not on their actual website, but I also got this a while back, so it may just be that I've had it for a really long time and finally used it and they don't have it anymore. But this is my finish for this, and then I have a couple of just blue and white fabrics that go with the girl's dress. I thought they were they would match this piece of it to kind of make the blue pop a little bit. But that's that finish. I'm super happy with the way this turned out. This actually sits right up here in that little wagon. I'm not going to try to put it back there though, because I'll probably drop it in the process. Okay, so my next finish this is a pattern by Cherry Hill Stitchery. This is called Bunnies Love Carrots. There are actually 3 of these that go together. This stitched up really, really fast. And the other 2 I think might stitch up even faster. I haven't stitched them yet, but I think that they'll probably go by just as quick, if not faster. So this is my finish of this one. I stitched this on 28 count white Zweigart Lugana, and I use Classic Colorworks Tangerine, Pumpkin Harvest, and Straw Hat, Weeks Dye Works Dried Sage, and the Gentle Art Chives. And I used rickrack up here, so this rickrack is Lady Dot Creates in the color Mossy, and this is just some ribbon that I had laying around in my stash, as well as the fabrics that I have here. This is the back of it, so I wrapped the ribbon all the way around it, and I think it twists on its own, or maybe I did that, I don't know. But it goes all the way around the back. But that is my finish of that one. I'm super happy with the way this turned out, although I didn't fully finish it until after Easter, so I didn't really get to have it up, but truthfully I still have it out. Because I kind of meshed together like my bee display with my Patriotic display, with my spring display, summer display, and my all year round display up until about fall/Halloween, and then I'll take all that down and bring out Halloween, and then I'll take that down when Christmas comes around. So yeah, those tend to stay out for a while. Okay, so my next finish, this is a small one. This is actually a free pattern, and I have this on my blog, and the pattern location is linked. So this is the finish that I have for this. This is called Sweet Strawberry by Cosmic Handmade, and I stitched this on 32 count linen in the color Beige Gray by XJU Design, and the colors that I used was Classic Colorworks English Ivy, Chopped Chives, Campfire, 12 Grain, Caramel, and Caterpillar. And then I used Color and Cotton Cabernet, and that is this, the darker red there. I saw this on Instagram somewhere. I don't remember where I saw it, but I thought it was super cute, so I went looking for it. And then I used the same Lady Dot Creates rickrack in the color Mossy, and then I put a little I don't know if it'll focus, a little strawberry with some Rusty Bells up there in the corner. And then this is the backing fabric that I used. So that is that one. Super simple. I also just keep this one back here behind me, behind my couch. So okay, so the next one that I have is, actually before I move on to this one, I have one that I finished, I don't remember if it was last year. I think it was last year. I stitched this last year, and I had it like halfway fully finished because I didn't have anything to put it on. So I actually don't even remember the name of this pattern. It might be just what it says, which is Land of Liberty. This is by Brenda Gervais. And when I was back home, I went to Home Goods and I found this cutting board. It kind of looks like a big old tag. So I had hoped that I would bring it home and find out that this would fit on it, and it just barely fit. The fabrics are from Teresa Kogut's line. I don't know if it was last year or the year before last for her Patriotic fabric line, and then I just put a simple bow with a star button. But I love this. This is so cute. It's hard for me to find a place to display that because I I have a lot of Patriotic. I think my bee display and my Patriotic display, both of those are pretty, I have a lot for those, I feel like. Okay, so my next one is, this is a new to me designer. I don't know how long she's been designing for, but I really love her patterns, and she has an Etsy shop. And she also has a Flosstube channel, and on my blog where I have these listed, her Flosstube is listed, as well as her Etsy shop. So this is a pattern. This is called Primitive Needleworker, and it's by Asbury's Echo Stitches. So I stitched this on 32 count linen in the color Grandpa's Sleeve by XJU Design. And I just used the floss, the Gentle Art in the color Raven. So kept it super simple, and then I just, you know, put some rickrack on it. I think that is Lady Dot Creates Vintage, and then I have a little bow and a rusty bell, and then this is my backing fabric for this. So again, the cotton fabrics I just had laying around in my stash. And yeah, so I really like this. I think this is cute. She has a lot of these, like these designs with words on it, and she comes out, I feel like she comes out with more every so often. So you should definitely check out her Etsy and see what she has, and her designs and her stitches for hers are much more primitive looking, which they're so cute. So definitely check them out on Etsy and her Flosstube channel. So, and I have another one, which is this is a trio set that you can get, and I display these just like this in this Doval. This is Stars and Stripes Trio by Asbury's Echo Stitches. All three of these are stitched on 32 count linen in the color Brown Paper by XJU Design. And I used my own colors for this, so I picked my own. And for the stitching I used, and this will be for all three of these pillows, and I'll show you the other two here shortly. So I used the Gentle Art Raven, Maple Syrup, Grecian Gold, Freedom, Portobello, Picnic Basket, Classic Colorworks Cherry Cobbler, Perfect Pie Crust, and Straw Hat. So when finishing this, I kind of wanted this to look like an American flag, so I used Teresa Kogut's fabric again for this, and just put a simple bow with some rusty bells down here in the front. And I just put the bells through the I don't know what that's called. Is it twine or ribbon, or so it's on there looped through to hold the bells. So, and then the back of this one is just the same red and brown stripes. But I feel like the colors of this just went really well with the colors of the stitching. Okay, so this is the firecracker one that's in the trio. This is how I finished it. This is the first time I've ever put X's right here. You can't really see them in the picture, I don't think, but I tried that for the first time. I really like it. And for the firecracker at the top, if you can tell, I've got beads on there. That's not part of the pattern, nor are the Smyrnas. So I decided to use Krynic for gold Krynic for the Smyrnas, just to make it look like it has like the sparks falling around it, and then to make it look a little bit more shiny around the firecracker part, like where it's up here, I use the beads. And then this is the background fabric, and this is the This is Lace by Lady Doc Creates, and the color is called Nilla. I'm assuming that's short for vanilla. And this is the third one in there. It just says Stars and Stripes, and I just added buttons just to give it a little bit of something to it, and then I used that same fabric for the background as the last one. But I did a super simple finish for this one, nothing extra for it. So okay, so my next one, this is one of the 3 designs that came in the pattern Grand Old Flag 2 by Brenda Gervais. So I finished this one and I picked my own colors, but I kept them similar to what I thought was in the picture on the pattern. So I stitched this on 32 count linen in the color Espresso by R&R Fabrics, and I used Color and Cotton Red Fox, Duck Pond, and Carnival. So just 3 colors, super simple. And again, I used Teresa Kogut fabric for these 2 and the backing fabric, all Patriotic, from her Patriotic line. And again, just a simple ribbon that went around the front to the back with a star, and I added some bells that are hanging here. And the rickrack is, I'm not sure of the color name. I didn't have it for my blog either, but it's a light blue rickrack from Lady Doc Creates. So that is that finish. I like this a lot. I think it's super cute, and I can't wait to do the other 2, but I don't think that I'll end up doing those this year. So yeah, I'll probably end up doing the other 2 next year, but okay. So I have one more finish, and I have not listed this one on my Instagram. I've actually had this done for a couple weeks, and I guess I'll show you this finish and then I'll go into the next start that I have. So this is like a small little, it's got 4 different patterns that go with it. This pattern is called Summer Schoolhouse Lesson Number 1 by Brenda Gervais. So this is the pattern, if you can see it without the glare. That's the first one, and this is my finish of it. I don't know if I have the, hold on one second. I'm using all of the called for colors on this, and all except for one, at least for this first one, and then the next one I actually got the correct color for. The next one, oh, I think I found the tag. So I'm stitching this on 32 count My Little Dove linen by XJU Design. So this is my finish of the first one. I don't have any of the other ones. There's 3 other patterns to this. So again, I kept all these the called for colors except for one of the colors. The blue on the bird, so this darker looking greenish blue out here is not the called for. It actually calls for uniform blue, and I used if I can find it. I don't think that's it. I'm not sure what I used actually. It was a Gentle Arts color, but I did not have the uniform blue. But for the last 3, I'll actually use the called for, but this is all the called for colors in the pattern. So I finished stitching this, I think, after I got home from when I went to go visit family, and I fully finished it. But when I was gone, this is the piece that I stitched the most on, and the house took forever. The house is really big, so everything else seemed to go by pretty quick. I did finish it. I finished stitching this after I got home. And then I put it all together. So I used Lady Dot Creates lace trim around the pillow, and then this is the fabric that I chose for the back. So it really kind of matches the house on the front. But I really love the pinks and the reds on this, and the bird is really pretty. So yeah, I really like it. And I just did a little simple bow, and this bow actually isn't even attached. It's just put in with the pin up here at the top, and I put one of the little sheep pins. Because the pack that I bought from Stony Creek a while back, I think it came with like maybe 4 white sheep, and then there's a pin with a little black sheep in there. So I put that on there. But that's all I have for my finishes, so I'll go ahead and just move straight into my whips. I don't have a lot of whips because I kind of jump from one thing to the next, but I'm going to start with these same patterns. So I'll show you the rest of these. The one I'm working on right now is Summer Schoolhouse lesson number 2, and I've started on the one with the girl over here. Using the same fabric, all the called for colors, and so the fabric is 32 count My Little Dove in linen by XJU Design, and this is what I have so far for this one. I started this a few weeks ago, and I've been distracted with doing a bunch of other things, but I hope to get back to this soon. This is more of like something I could probably keep out all year or most of the year, just an everyday stitch, and I really like it. I can't wait to get these done. The first pillow is I think it's the largest design, so the other designs are a little bit smaller. So this is lesson number 3 by Brenda Gervais, this Summer Schoolhouse. This one's so cute. So this one's a little bit bigger than the 2 that are on the pattern I'm working on right now. And then this is lesson number 4. And lesson number 4 actually comes with a couple of other patterns. I don't think there's a picture of it that I could show you without showing the pattern, but I really like this. I had seen this set of patterns a while ago, and oh, I was missing one. And I wanted to get these, but they're like, you have to buy each of the patterns separately. So I didn't buy it for a long time because I didn't want to spend the money yet. And several months ago I decided to buy them. So I really like that pattern though. I've seen a couple of folks actually stitch and finish, if not just that first one, several of them or all of the pillows in there, and it's so cute. So, but that is my first whip. I don't know how far I got with this last time. This may be just a repeat. I haven't worked on this in a while, but this is from the book called Seasons of the Heart by Brenda Gervais, and I was working on the spring pattern. This one up here at the very top, and I'm stitching this on, I think this is 32 count linen in the color Farm Eggs by XJU Design. Try to hold this up on my project bag here. So this is what I have so far. I'm almost done with the house, but I've put this down for a really long time. Previously I wanted to get this done before spring, or at least during spring, and I just didn't. I found other things to do. So I didn't finish that, but after I finished this one, I only have one left, which is the autumn pattern up here at the top, and I may just go ahead and start that one. I plan to stitch it on the same fabric, and I believe I'm using all the called for. If I'm not using all the called for, I'm using most of them. So I've finished the summer and the winter ones. So in previous videos I've shown my finishes of those, that I use faux leather tags, which I have you could call it a tutorial. I tried to film a video showing how I attach those. And I think I talked about in my last video, somebody actually found a really great idea of using brads. And it looks just as good. So, because I use rivets that come with the faux leather tags, but you have to create a larger hole to put those in. But, okay, so that's my next one. And I have started getting into, what's it called? Fall stitching. So, there's a pattern I started a while ago. This is by Stitching with the Housewives. I either started this last year or the year before last. Let me see if I can find the pattern name. This one's been out for a while, but it's so cute. And I was looking on Instagram, I was looking at patterns in Priscilla and Chelsea's store, and I thought, I saw this one, I was just passing by it, because all the little seed packet patterns that Priscilla came out with recently, they're so cute. I know I won't stitch them anytime soon, so I have not gotten those yet, but they're so cute. And again, I just passed by this and I'm like, I think I have that. I might have actually started that. And I went and looked for it in my whips, and I had started it. It was a very small start a while back. But this is Welcome Pumpkin by Stitching with the Housewives. So cute. I actually just had the W stitched previously, but it was just the orange part of the W. So in the last week, I started stitching on this probably about Sunday, and it's Saturday now, so about almost a week, and this is how far I've gotten. I was actually working on this a little bit this morning. I hope to get this done soon. I want to finish this so I can fully finish it. I don't know if I have anything that it'll fit on, because I plan to do a flat finish for these. Usually for larger pieces I like to do flat finishes, but this is so cute. I can't wait to finish it. And I keep this in my Pam's Needle and Thread bag. I think this is a newer bag that I got. I have two other bags that I'm going to show y'all that are newer, that I have, but this is so pretty. I talk about her bags. If it's not every video, it's several videos that I talk about her bags. They're so well made. The fabrics are great. They're so pretty, and they're quilted. So the like the backing is quilted. You can see in the front, and they're a great size because as you could see, for like my Seasons of the Heart book, like I can fit the whole book in here. So most of my project bags that I keep my projects in are in her bags. But yes, so that is my project that I've been working on the most. So this next one, so I have two more in this bag because these are the three that I've been stitching on a whole lot. I don't know if I have the, okay, I think this might be, I don't know what this color name is. I don't want to tell y'all wrong. So this finish that I showed y'all for the I Am Brave by Emily Call Stitching, this is another one, and I'm using, I decided to use a different dyer for the floss on this. This is the one that says I Am Strong. It's probably kind of hard to see. I tried to pick a fabric that had a little bit of orangey tone to it to kind of match the floss. This is how far I've gotten. I think this is a 32 count fabric. If it's not 32, then it's 28. I have a tag in my bag that says 32 count beige gray, but I don't know if that's what this actually is. This is my start on it. Again, I want to get as far as I can on this and then start another one because there's like one or two others. And then I use the colors Orange Bonnet and Oriental Lily by Victoria Motto. So I actually have quite a few Victoria Motto colors. And they're not ones, they came in like bundles that I bought off of their Etsy like probably 2-3 years ago, if not longer. So these are the two colors that I have. And then I had actually already set out colors for another one by Victoria Motto. So I'm thinking I may change my mind on these colors, but I'm thinking about doing the colors Mint and Mint Bonnet by Victoria Motto. So this is potentially the color set that I'll do for the next one. Okay, so for this one, this is another pattern by Asbury's Echo Stitches. Forgive me, I'm looking at my iPad here to see if I can find the pattern. Okay, so this is called Alphabet Sheep. I have a small start on this. I think this is a fabric called Brown Paper by XJU Design, and this is my start, and I picked my own colors for this. So it's the alphabet. It's got 2 sunflowers on either side of the alphabet with 2 sheep. I'll see if I can zoom in on my iPad here and show you what the pattern or what the design is supposed to look like. Let's see if I can get it to show. So that's what it's supposed to look like. I think the sheep are not showing up real good, but it's probably because of my iPad. But that's the pattern. I cannot talk. But yeah, so that's my other start. And for that, I am using the colors Black Coffee, Sticks and Twigs, Trail Dust, and Queen Bee by Classic Colorworks with Shutter Green and Parchment from Gentle Arts and Bumblebee from Color and Cotton. So these are my, probably can't see them real good, but those are my colors for that one. I really like that one, and she, like I said before, she's got some really great designs. Check out her Etsy, and it's linked in my blog if you go check out one of the 2 posts that I have on my blog for her stuff. So okay, so that's actually all of my whips, but I am going to talk about a few plans. So because I've already started fall stitching, I'm kind of in the mood for fall stitching. I haven't really felt like doing any more summer stitching or anything else so far. So I went and pulled out a few things that I want to finish that I started either last year or further back. The first one I have here, this is Plum Street Samplers, and it's called Harvest Keeper. I really like this pattern. I think it's super cute, and I actually have the whole border done, and the border was off when I finished it, and I just left it, so I hope that I don't completely mess this up. But let's see, I see that I do not have a tag in here for the fabric. I think I've talked about this in an older video, so I may have the information for the fabric in an older video. Again, I have this in a Pam's Needle and Thread bag. And then this is what I have so far on this. I have not picked this up this year, but I have it set out for me to pick up. I think when I'm done with the Stitching with the Housewives I'm gonna pick this one up and see if I can knock this one out, because I've already got the border in. Like I said, the border didn't match up when I stitched it. I do remember that, but I'm just gonna wing it and hope for the best on everything in the middle. So this is what I have so far. I don't remember if I'm using all the called for colors, but these are all the colors that I have for this. I probably try my best to keep it for the called for, but I'll list these off, but there's a bunch here. This is Gentle Art Sarsa Perilla, Fudge Ripple, Old Hickory, Pecan Pie, Brandy, Pomegranate, Lamb's Wool, Grecian Gold, Oatmeal, Raven, and Wood Trail, and Piney Woods. So those are all of my colors that I have for this project. Again, I don't know if it's the called for or not. It's been a long time since I've picked this up. I just pulled it out and set it to the side for me to hopefully finish this year. I purchased a finishing piece for this that I hope it will fit on a while back, so I actually have something planned for this. But that is that one. And I don't know if I ever showed this last year. I started this towards the end of the year last year. It's a very small start, so this is a plan once again. This is Autumn Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I don't have the fabric name again. This is definitely an XJU design fabric, but I don't remember what the color is. It looks like it might be like spilled coffee or something. But I just have the word autumn in here, and I picked my own colors for this. I really like this pattern. I think it's super cute. I can see if I can find a picture of it, even though it's really hard to see on my iPad. So here's a picture. Ooh. Oh, let me drop it. I'm gonna drop it. I don't think you can see it real good. Oh, there it goes. So that's kind of what it looks like. I don't think that's the whole thing in the picture, but it's so cute. And I think if I really sat down and worked on this, I could get a good bit done. So yeah, so I'll read off the colors that I'm doing. Classic Colorworks pine needles, chopped chives, hickory sticks, Dublin Bay, Manor Red, cherry cobbler, marmalade, straw hat, fallen leaves. I think I called that one already. And then Gentle Art Raven. I know I've talked about it in previous videos, but Raven is my favorite floss that's in the color black, so it's got a little bit of a green tint to it. It's real pretty. And then Week Style Works Bright Leaf, Grits, and Sandcastle. So those are my colors that I picked for this. Might be able to see a little better on this side too. But yeah. So in my last future planning stitching piece, I had started this last year. This is When Pumpkins Glow by Brenda Gervais. So I actually started this last year. Got a good start on it, but I didn't finish it. And I stitched this on, I think this is the right color, 28 count linen in the color Dirty Brown by XJU Design. Again, getting as many of the called for colors as I can on this. This is how far I got. I probably showed this in an older video, but this is my progress on it, and I hope to finish this one this year. And this will be a flat finish because it's a little bit bigger. And then also, I don't have the other finish with me. Ooh, yeah. I forgot about that one. Okay, so 2 others. When Witches Go Riding, I did one of these last year. I hope to get, if not both of the other 2, at least one of these. And then this is Autumn Splendor by Brenda Gervais. Super cute. Got it last year. I'll use the called for colors as best as I can. If I don't have something, I try to sub it out. As you can see, I have several projects in here with a mess of floss and fabric and patterns. I tend to do that with projects, and then I lose things. Just like this here from Stitching with the Housewives. I don't think I actually said the fabric or the floss. So I'm using all the called for floss on this to stitch it, and this is 28 count Jobling. Black Jobling. I forgot for a second what I was talking about. The fabric. So I thought for a long time that I had a big bunch of this fabric, and come to find out, because I hadn't worked on that project for a while, I had this massive piece of Jobling in that bag that I found when I pulled that back out. I was like, oh, this is where my fabric has been. That happens a lot, actually. Flosses, fabrics, patterns. I forget where things are. I forget I have things. So, but yeah. So that is all of my future plans. And then I wanted to show the 2 new bags that I got from Pam's Needle and Thread. Super cute. They're like fallish colors to me. This is one of them. I think I've probably gotten a couple of others during my time away, but I don't remember which ones I've gotten and which ones I haven't. But I know for sure these 2 I got recently, and they're so cute. And again, they're a great size. They're made really well. They hold up well. So, great bags. Check her out. I will link her. I'm hoping to do a blog post that will coincide with this video, so that the information will not be in the description. I will have links to my blog that you can check out for information on what I shared today. So it may take a while for me to get it up, so if it's not up immediately when the video posts, it'll be up soon. But okay, well, I think that is all that I have. I will return when I have a chance. And I'm so glad that I took the time to share today. I've known for a while that I needed to do a video, and I just hadn't sat down and done one. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.